Hey there, Solemn Salmon here, taking a look at Stellaris Dev Diary number 121, which focuses on the Planetary Rework coming as part of the 2.2 Guin update. As this is looking like a huge topic covering a major change to the game, Wiz states that this will be part 1 of 4 Dev Diaries covering the Planetary Rework, with number 121 covering the new systems of deposits, buildings, and districts. He does though start off by explaining the reasoning behind the rework. That essentially, whilst the tile system made for an easy and visually representative system, it lacked depth and was severely limited by the 1 pop and 1 building per tile restriction. The new system is designed to allow players to simulate a wide variety of societies, from densely populated city planets, a la Coruscant, to sparsely populated farming communities, like something out of Firefly. This should enhance the role-playing aspect that I personally, and I know a lot of other players, love about Stellaris, an aspect that has been a core aim of the last few updates. Wiz also states that the devs hope the new system will offer more interesting gameplay choices while developing planets, make the worlds feel more alive and organic, and also retain moddability for the community. Now I'm totally on board for these aims, they're exactly the kind of thing I'm looking for in the game. But these are just the aims. The rest of the Dev Diary is dedicated to the nitty-gritty of what the update will actually do. First up, we have the new deposit system. The old tile system features local resources such as alien pets and Betharian stone, which would pop up randomly in certain tiles, usually on Gaia worlds, and be exploited through specific buildings in much the same way as minerals, food, or energy. In Guin, deposits will instead be similar to a hybrid of the existing planetary terrain and celestial body modifiers systems. Let's break that down. Here we have a screenshot of the planet Skildaria from Dev Diary number 121. When you click on the Deposits tab, you're presented with the deposits available on this planet, and every habitable planet will have a semi-random number of deposits. These deposits represent areas and features of the planet that can be exploited for resources and bonuses, usually by increasing the number of districts or by allowing the construction of special buildings. The Kelp forest deposit seen in this image is an example of the first option. Exploiting it would allow for additional agricultural districts, increasing potential food output. Deposits may also have deposit blockers, which function essentially in the same way as the existing tile blockers. The underwater vents deposit, for example, is thusly blocked, with its bonus restricted until time and resources are spent to clear it. A planet can have multiples of the same deposit. Case in point, the 2 green hills deposits shown here, and the type of planet will influence which deposits are generated. The example given is that an ocean world will generate kelp forest deposits, whilst an Arctic world would generate fungal caverns. Now I've mentioned how deposits can influence the number of districts, so let's move on to that topic. Whilst the existing planetary system is known as the tile system, after the 2.2 rework I wouldn't be surprised to hear people discussing the district system. Districts represent developed areas of either housing or resource gathering on planets and come in 4 basic types. City districts predominantly provide housing for your pops, as well as infrastructure for buildings and clerk jobs to produce trade value and luxury goods. Mining districts provide mining jobs to produce minerals, as well as a modicum of housing. Agricultural districts provide farming jobs, as well as a small amount of housing. And generator districts, which provide some housing and technician jobs to produce energy. The number of districts you can produce is limited by the size of your planet, so whereas a size 16 planet under the tile system would provide 16 tiles, under the district system it will allow for a maximum of 16 districts. These can be in any combination, although the number of resource producing districts, mining, agriculture and generator, is capped by the combination of deposits on the planet. Thus, the Earth in this screenshot can support 16 districts in total, but currently only 3 mining districts. To increase this, players would need to clear the 5 deposit blockers, allowing for a total of 8 mining districts. City districts are not limited by deposits though, so you could theoretically fill the entire 16 with city, or a combination with any other districts. There are exceptions to these 4 districts though, such as hive districts, which will be covered in a later Dev Diary. Other hints for future Dev Diaries include mentions of your empire's trade routes, hinting at the expansion of the trading system that I personally so desperately want, as well as the news that habitats will also have their own new system. There's one last part of this Dev Diary to go: buildings. Whilst the tile system buildings were the means by which you generated or exploited resources on a tile, district system buildings are specialised facilities that provide your pops with jobs. So, instead of building a physics lab on a tile with a physics resource, you would construct the research labs building to provide researcher jobs to your pops to generate science. Buildings take up slots on your planet, with new slots unlocked for every 10 infrastructure generated by city districts. Buildings can still be upgraded, but upgrades are fewer and further between and will require expensive or rare resources, making less of a click fest and more of a strategic choice on which and when to upgrade. As well as providing resource exploiting jobs, certain buildings also provide for the social needs of your pops, including entertainment buildings to make pops happy and law enforcement to quash upstart Xenos. That's it for Dev Diary number 121, but this is only part 1 of 4 for the subject of Planetary Rework. That should give you some idea that the update is still a good few months in the future, but I'll be covering all the Dev Diaries and important updates here, as well as providing my usual summary just before release. So stay tuned, let me know your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe for more. Until next time.